Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast, and welcome Clément Lenglet to Aston Villa. Absolutely buzzing with this acquisition. Adds depth, adds quality, adds versatility, adds experience, adds European experience, adds cover, makes us able to switch and change around with it, whether it's been with fullbacks or centre halves. It just makes complete sense to me. And as Unai would put it, a very intelligent move and an intelligent transfer by Monchi and Unai Emery. So it's music to my ears that Lenglet has come in and that we've signed a defender, because it allows us to be completely adaptable and flexible with our options with the defence. And with an Unai Emery team that's fully functioning, whether it's playing counter-attacking football, possession-based football, playing out from the back, it's all about having options. The more options he's got, the more tools he's got, the more variations we can see game on game. He adds different weapons to our armoury. So I just think it's great business from Villa. And what it does mean is it means that my little cheeky formation that I absolutely love and Villa have adopted this season has depth. It has the depth to play this way. Now, with the Tyrone Mings injury, it was a massive blow to this three centre-half system, because basically what it meant was Konsa, Carlos and Pau, legitimate out-and-out centre-backs, were the only ones at the club. So we were an injury away from having an absolute disaster playing this style of football. But now with Lenglet coming in, Lenglet can play on the left. He's a left-sided centre-half, ball-playing centre-half. You can then go with Carlos or Konsa. So it enables Pau to have games out of the side, whereas before we were pretty much relying on him to be that left-hand side centre-half. It allows us to play this formation, but then what it does allow us to do is, if we want to go with a cash Konsa Pau, or a cash Konsa Lenglet, or a cash Carlos Lenglet, we've got those options to do so. So this is why I think it was so important getting this extra defender in, whether it was a right back or a centre half. I think it was just so important that we had that cover moving forward as well. So I'm over the moon that we've been able to get this transfer sorted. It kind of puts my mind at ease a little bit now, because I was just thinking in the back of my head that I want to see us playing this style, but we were an injury away from it being a bit of a disaster. So yeah, I'm excited. He's got a good pedigree. He's won the Nations League with France. He's played in the Champions League with Spurs. He's got that European Cup experience, which you want for a team that's playing in Europe as well. And I think he's a good centre-half, and I think we know what we're going to get with an Unai Emery signing. We get a good player, but we also get a player that's going to be developed and a player that's going to improve. I think that's one of the first and foremost thoughts that I have when we sign in a player. It's generally, who are they? What position do they play? Where do they fit in? And then how can it impact Aston Villa? How can they have an impact on our team? And I think we know that with Unai Emery, he doesn't want to waste money. He spoke about being intelligent in this window, very intelligent in the January window. He will only buy players that he sees fit to fit a current system. And that's also how Monchi operates as well. They work together. They have a list of targets. They come together. The targets fit Emery's system. And the one thing is, Unai Emery improves players. I saw an interview about Iwobi, and he was talking about when he worked with Emery and how Emery improved his game. There's just a running theme with players that play under Unai Emery. They all improve. And I think that's one of the main points that I look at when we're signing players. So I don't really take too much notice of where they've been before because they've never had an elite manager like Unai Emery before. So Unai Emery's one of a kind for me. He's an absolute elite tactician. And I think he's a really good manager, how he can manage the players. And I think that relationship and even that team that he's got around him with the laptop guys who are looking at all of the stats and everything like that. So I think whenever a player comes to Villa, they're in safe hands that they're going to improve. So that is something that I just look for, and it's just how he operates right now. So we did a in-depth look at Lenglet's main attributes when we were linked with him. So if you want a little bit more detail on Lenglet, go and check that out. We go in a little bit more in depth than what will be on this episode because I don't really want to sort of like repeat myself to the people that watch us all the time. But yeah, he's played in the Champions League with Spurs. He's won the Nations League. If we have a look at just some of his stats briefly in his per 90s, where you can get a real understanding about what his playing style is actually like. And it's a little bit like Pau Torres. It's the progressive passes, 3.96 per 90. The progressive carries 1.53. He's a very calm, very composed, very silky player on the ball. And I think he will fit right in at Aston Villa in our current system. So it adds that defensive cover. I think the defense is spot on now. We've got everything we need, so we can rest up on that one. It is a loan deal, so it's a signing until potentially Tyrone Mings returns. If he does absolutely amazing and he becomes a cult hero and he absolutely smashes it at Villa, then we may have the option to buy him as well. So it's a clever signing from Villa. It adds the cover. It does exactly what it says we need a player like this to come in and do. And I just think the defence is sorted now. So yes, let's see our defensive options now moving forward because we've got loads. We've got two players pretty much in every single position across that back line. So that is what Unai Emery wants. So in that sense, it's been a good window for the defence. Thanks everyone for watching. Up the Villa.